final major card, the universe. 21, but it's the 22nd card. It represents Tau, the letter Tau, 400, and Saturn. Saturn, of course, was represented by Binah on the Tree of Life. So we've gone down the Tree of Life, but actually we're kind of near the top again. It's the end of the thing, and also therefore the complement of the Fall. So in essence, you really need to read the Fall and the universe card together to really understand it, because the word at, Aleph Tau, means essence. So this beginning was nothing, the end must therefore also be nothing, for nothing is its complete expansion, as previously explained. And it gets kind of metaphysical on these things as well. The letter Tau is a sign of the cross, which kind of relates back to the hangman and all these things as well that we're talking about. Saturn is dull and heavy. Now the thing about Saturn also is that Saturn represents the element Earth that's missing from the 22 Major Arcana, because we have 12 signs of the zodiac, 7 planets, 3 elemental cards, fire, water, air. Earth is missing. We talked about the doctrine of the daughter, the element of Earth, and it appears in the Fall card because she comes outside of the system. So almost the Saturn as Earth, as the last card, is coming out of the system at the end, back to the beginning. If that makes sense. Questions will be asked. So Saturn and Earth is heavy, and he actually uses, kind of almost touching upon uranium and plutonium in these cards as well, because he actually includes the chemical table in the card itself. We've come to the earth and Malkut, his daughter, as well. We talked about that, setting the daughter upon the throne of the mother. And it's a symbol of the great work, where the Fall represents the beginning. So the Fall is the start. We've gone through all these stages, but actually we could go Fall, universe, Aeon, Sun, Moon, and so on. We can take the sequence going back the other way. So we go from the bottom kind of up to the top, which is actually the way you kind of do things if you were starting from the bottom of the Tree of Life anyway. You would go that way, but it's kind of nice to go from the top downwards. Start there and everything just falls apart as you go along. So so this is what he's doing with this whole sort of thing. Let's move on swiftly to the last card of the mnemonics, Tau. And he says, naught becomes all to realize the span of naught, O perfect universe of Pan. We had naught in there and Pan. Naught is zero, and Pan is all. So again, we're kind of reflecting this Fall sort of thing that is going on. Finally, what the last verse is, it says, treat time and all conditions of event as servants of thy will, appointed to present the universe to thee in the form of thy plan, and blessing and worship to the prophet of the lovely star. So the star is the star card. The prophet, that's probably referring to himself there. He's entitled to do it. He's worked hard on this book. And the meanings of the card is the matter of the question itself. So if you ask a question in a tarot, one way to understand what that question is to find where the universe card is, because that will tell you. And it's the cards around it, especially if you're using the opening of the key spread, which gives you that information. It also says synthesis, the end of the matter, may mean delay, opposition, obstinacy, Saturnian kind of qualities there. Inertia, patience, perseverance, persistence, stubbornness in difficulty, Saturn. and the crystallization of the whole matter involved. So the universe, this card in essence, kind of represents the whole of the tarot deck in the same way that the Fours does, but after another fashion. I've done all these cards in one massive sequence. It's taken me about 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours I think, to whiz through these cards. Enjoy them at your leisure. The next stage, I guess, will be to either do the court cards or, again, because I did them before and it's time to do them again, and certainly at some point work through the minor cards.